I accidentally ate a cat egg one day, and suddenly my hand started growing dragon scales. Then my whole body just started shrinking, until I turned into a golden dragon egg. Even crazier, that egg turned out to be the Dragon King's 10th son. They say the Dragon King had 9 sons, each one different. And right then, my brothers started hatching one by one. The eldest Chunyu broke out first. He was small, with a dragon's head, a serpent's body, and scales like warm jade. Legend says Chunyu had a gift for music. Born as the very image of elegance and power. Then the second, Yazi, blasted through his shell and shot into the sky. He looked straight up terrifying. Jackal head, dragon body, eyes blazing red. Aggressive and bloodthirsty by nature. What really got everyone, he was born with an ancient sword clenched in his jaws. The rage and killing intent just radiated off him. Third came Cheofeng, shaped like a beast crouching low. Part dragon, part phoenix. Born with a love for danger. Always had to be at the highest point. Wild winds swirling around him, with that look in his eyes like he owned the whole world. Next, a deafening roar. That was number 4, Pulao. He wasn't the biggest, but he had the loudest voice of all the brothers. Covered head to tail in purple scales, with strange markings all around his throat. Just one cry from him and it rolled out like thunder. Number 5, Swanee, drifted out wrapped in sacred incense smoke, like a meditating Buddha. But every time his half-shut eyes flashed gold, the ground shook hard. Then number 6, Baxia, crawled out of his egg. A massive stone-like tortoise shell already on his back. Built like a tank, thick limbs, all muscle. He moved slow, but every single step made the earth tremble. Number 7, Bian, built like a dragon and a tiger combined. Black and white striped hide, radiating authority and justice. Number 8, Fuxi, looked the most like a true dragon. Born already coiled around a stone pillar carved with ancient runes. His body traced the runes like he was reading the laws of heaven and earth. He had a scholarly vibe you almost never see in dragons. Number 9, Chiwen burst out through the waves. Dragonhead fish body on Born Hungry. The moment he hatched, he opened this massive abyss-like mouth like he wanted to swallow the world. The Dragon King watched all 9 sons hatch, then locked his eyes on the 10th egg. And me? I was still curled up inside that hard shell. My brothers were all out here being legendary. No way was I, the 10th son, gonna fall behind. I threw everything I had into headbutting that shell. Then, crack! The shell finally broke. But what came next, nobody in the Dragon Clan saw coming. No golden light. No heavenly music. Just a tiny green worm, with a runny nose. I looked down at my own body in horror. I couldn't believe it. I was a snail with a few dragon scales. Dead silence. The air just froze. My father, the Dragon King Aozhen, hovering overhead, those massive dragon eyes that had been full of hope, went wide as dinner plates. The pride in his eyes drained away and turned into pure disbelief. Aozhen slammed the throne so hard the solid gold armrest turned to dust. He teleported right in front of my face. The dragon pressure he gave off nearly blew my body apart. I've ruled with wisdom my whole life. My bloodline is the finest there is. How did I end up with something this disgusting? Aozhen's voice was shaking. That furious, humiliated kind of shaking. The shrimp soldiers and crab generals around us were all trying not to burst out laughing. The looks on their faces hurt worse than a death sentence. I wriggled my body with everything I had and tried to get a little closer to him. Get away, don't touch me. Throw this thing out. Into the outermost death zone of the 10,000 mountains. I don't want to see him in the Dragon Palace. Not even once. Tell the outside world the 10th one was stillborn. Stillborn. 3 words that signed my death warrant, and stripped me of my right to be a dragon's son. A sea yaksha with a vicious face came stomping over, a cold smirk on his face, reached out his spike-covered hand, and grabbed me like I was a bug. He hoisted me up. No, I wasn't going out like this. Was this really my fate? Then, right as the yaksha had me dangling in the air, about to hurl me past the barrier, hurting so host detected in extreme grief, abandoned by bloodkin. 10,000 Beast Devour evolution system, now online. I had no idea what that sound was, but the freezing seawater was already rushing over my body. The yaksha gripped me tight and bolted north. To humiliate me, he didn't bother using a water shield to protect me. The crushing pressure of the deep sea, squeezed against my tiny fragile body, felt like my insides were getting rearranged. Hey little prince, don't blame me for being rough. Blame your own rotten luck. Born into the dragon bloodline and you turned out to be a pushover. The Dragon King cares about his image. Today, you made him look like a fool in front of every dragon clan in the 4 seas. Letting you keep your body in one piece as I toss you out is already more mercy than you deserve. I couldn't speak. All I could do was clench my jaw as the Dragon Palace lights faded behind me. The water around us turned pitch black. This was the edge of the sea territory. Beyond this was the 10,000 mountains, forbidden to all living things. No spiritual energy there, just savage beasts and deadly poison mist. The yaksha stopped. Ahead was a gray, lifeless beach. The water here dead black and still. He dangled me like a chicken about to get slaughtered. Ha ha ha, the Dragon King just told me to toss you. But I see no dragon meat on you. That skin of yours, though, nice and bright green. If I soak it in wine, might give me a little boost in power. A greedy gleam flickered through the yaksha's murky yellow eyes. He changed his mind. He wanted to eat me. I thrashed with everything I had, but in his rough giant hand, I was nothing but a helpless little earthworm. Ha ha ha, scream all you want. Nobody's coming to save you. Your brothers are back at the palace soaking up the glory. Who's gonna remember a little worm like you? The yaksha grinned and opened wide, showing off every yellow tooth. A wave of rancid, gut-wrenching stench hit me in the face. Now, this is it, I screamed in my head. Ding. Host's life is under threat. Beginner's gift pack, unlocking now. Congrats, host has obtained passive skill, Devour and Purify, core. Congrats, host has obtained active skill, Lethal Venom Fang. Skill info, Lethal Venom Fang, LV1. Your fangs now carry an ancient deadly poison with armor-piercing effects. Ignores the physical defense of anyone up to 2 major realms above you. Touch it, it rots. A surge of heat shot straight to my mouth. My jaw, soft as a noodle before, suddenly screamed in pain. Then, 2 razor-sharp ice-cold points pierced through. Fangs packed with endless death energy growing right out. The Yaksha's mouth was already inches from my face. He was going for my head first. I stopped struggling. Instead, I loaded up, launched myself like a spring, and sank my teeth into the Yaksha's tongue. Clean slice, like a blade through tofu. Lethal Venom Fang activated. A blood-curdling scream shattered the silence of the dead shore. The Yaksha's tongue pierced clean through in an instant. Black venom poured through the wound and flooded his body. The ancient poison was brutal beyond anything imaginable. In just seconds, his tongue began dissolving into black liquid. The Yaksha's whole body seized up in agony. His grip went slack. I dropped onto the black sand below. It hard, but I couldn't care less about the pain. The Yaksha was on the ground, hands over his mouth, writhing like crazy. The venom had already slid down his throat and into his stomach. Black lines were spreading fast across his face. His skin started rotting. Black smoke hissing off it. This guy was a Foundation Realm demon beast, and I just took him out with one bite. This system is insane. I looked at the massive creature rolling and howling on the ground. The fear I'd felt a moment ago, gone. Replaced by something cold and sharp.